Members from the Durban Long Distance Taxi Association are continuing with the blocking of Durban's main roads this morning. In fact, today, Dr Langalibale Dube Street at the provincial transport office in the city is blockaded. They're protesting against the impounding of their vehicles through government's law enforcement program called Operation Shanela. You'll forgive our shot there. We're trying to get you a sense of what we're able to see at the moment in a context where it seems there's a standoff between police and some of these operators. It's a sight, by the way, you might have seen before. I mean, it wasn't too long ago where several taxi operators blockaded parts of the Durban CBD. At that time, it seems they were also worried about how law enforcement is responding essentially to their business. Watching the story for us is SABC News reporter Mlondi, who is present at the scene there, for lack of a better term. And Mlondi, I wonder if you can take us through what we're seeing there on our screens.
Thank you very much, Ayanda. As you correctly said, this morning the taxi operators from the Durban Long Distance Durban Taxi Association, they started by going to the offices of the Department of Transport, because you'd remember that the issue at hand is that their permits are not issued by the department, and the department on the other side has been telling us that the permits are at the office, they must come and collect them. But this morning the teams from the taxi association did go to the offices where they were trying to get the permits, but after a short meeting they came out and told us that the permits are not there. The Department of Transport has been not telling us the truth. But when we inquired from the Department of Transport earlier on this morning, I'll just read the statement that they sent me. They said that they must the drivers must produce the necessary documents in their possession, such as certified copies valid within 3 months of the following, and then PDP of the driver that is going to be driving the minibus taxi, also the COR of a vehicle, meaning that the car must be roadworthy, and then also that the rank stand permit from the eThekwini municipality. And then the drivers, they told us that basically the association is telling us that they are not basically, they applied for these permits. What they were told inside, it's something that it's not basically the department is telling us, because inside the offices they were told that they need to reapply in order for them to get the permits, not that they just the permits, they need to produce the valid documentation. I'll just, Ayanda, as you see that now the taxi operators, they blockaded Umgeni Road next to the Durban station with their taxis, and the police officers are trying by all means to remove the taxis from the road so that the traffic can flow in this part of the CBD, because from where they were in that Dr Langalibale Dube Street, they drove slowly inside the CBD and came to this part of the town, basically disrupting the operations or putting the traffic to a standstill inside the CBD when they were driving to this part of town. But for now, we'll wait and speak to try and get hold of the Department of Transport to just tell us what is the issue, because if the taxi operators are saying that they did not get their permits at the office and they were told that they need to reapply, while the Department of Transport on the other hand is telling us that the permits are at the offices, the drivers must come and collect them. So it's still a confusion between the two on what is it that the department is saying, and also the industry on the other side. They are saying they are going to be intensifying their strike. They will also basically try and convince the bus operators in eThekwini to join the strike. Back to you in studio.
Mlondi, before we let you go, I wonder if you can help us place just how cooperative some of those taxi operators are there. We know in the past the standoff has even caught the attention of the police commissioner, who arrived there in person.
At this point in time, Ayanda, for now, the taxi operators basically were asked to remove the taxis from the road And as yet, the police commissioner is not here, but we do see that they just deployed large number of police officials as well as the metro police officials to come and assist in removing the cars on the road, because on the other parts of the town they are burning the plastics and also throwing the rubbish on the roads.